when I was a DJ at 90.5 FM KSJS San Jose. I was told I needed to come up with a fake name to be on the radio. And so, because Judas has been with me for so many years, they said you have to come up with a fake name because if you don't, you could have stalkers and people hunting you down. Oh no, I don't want to have to face court time for defending myself and burying something in the backyard. But I said, well, I will be Judas. And when people said, why Judas at the station? I said, because Jesus is coming back and he's going to need a friend. And they would all laugh. And through the years, I found that if I say something as a joke and people laugh, I don't know if they're getting the joke or if they're just trying to stand back a bit and keep me allayed. I mean, there is a thing that I'm about to talk about. It involves the power of a lie. See, I say truths from a bit of a tweaked perspective as per how people naturally think as an average person. What some like to call normal, but I deny that's not normal. Normal is how you feel within and how you converse with others in a way that makes you socially acceptable. And if you can't be socially acceptable, well, you just stick to that way that you are. That's normalcy according to your personality. But there are people that will act otherwise to allay someone, to be amicable, to placate them when they think they're going too far, and to slow them down. If they just laugh, that person that's putting across the tail might feel like they've got what they were looking for and they'll stop. Just calm down. Placate. 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 And this is not about the power of lie based on the liar's experience. We're talking about the recipient of the liar tale. We're talking about how people will just allow something to keep that person calm. Even they don't believe a word they say, they allow it. And how do they do it? Why? I mean, I grew up in a family that is inherently capable of a lie. We are bullshitters. We'll just fuck around and fuck around and fuck around. And then 3 years later, you hear a story from somebody in the bar. I remember that time you said you did that. I'm like, what? Yeah, you told me one day here. And I'm like, that was a joke. I'm not lying to you. You're supposed to understand when somebody is fucking around with reality. Power of lies too strong, my friend. You can't abuse others with it. And so then I was in the Army, and there was this guy, Dietrich, that was in my unit, and we became really good friends, I thought. And I would watch him lie to people because I could see a lie a mile away. He wasn't in the band Jackal, and he didn't drive a race car before he joined the Army in NASCAR. We, it's just, you know this. And I stood around him long enough that I'm like, I don't like him telling people these things, but we're friends, and I know their lies, so maybe these people understand he's just fucking around, but he was telling it like a truth. I never did find a time when I thought he was just joking. I could see the lie every time. And then one day he lied to me, and I said, "Ooh, I know that's a lie. And you're gonna pull that shit on me? You're gonna pull this hen house bullshit?" I, I stopped being my best friend's friend. I stepped away from the situation. We didn't get a divorce. I just became estranged. Just walked away to never be there again when he needed me. If he ever did. Sure, he found somebody else to follow him around and fucking give provenance to his lies. But we think about this right now. That's with that poor guy. What he's doing, he's got all these people around him that will stand with him when he tells his lies. And they aren't really protected by him. Just because you know the guy, he's proven it. Just because you know him and he loves you doesn't mean he's going to love you tomorrow. So they're used to fucking picking sides in the divorce. They stick with that poor guy. And the day comes when they find out he's been lying to them too. I'm talking to you, megalomaniacs. You're finding out right now he's been lying to you. If you're not finding that out, you are so deep into the cult. Even look at the part of the cult mentality that says, if you're not with me, my past supporters, then I don't need you anymore. You're not welcome here, type of thing. And they're supposed to, at that point, go, oh no, he's kicking me out of the cult. He's not letting me be one of him. It's the last act of a fucking cult leader that's about to keep all the women and children in with him when the FBI burns down your fucking house in fucking Waco, Texas. It's the last act, the last threat to say, I don't need you anymore, and to haul you back in. That didn't happen with me and Dietrich. I just walked away. And there was never a, I don't need you anymore. That's the last act. He's telling blatant lies right to your face about the thing he promised to give you the most. He's going to put a shitload of people away. A bunch of those fucking libs, those fucking elite. Probably he'd like to say Soros or something. I still don't even know who Soros is. Soros is like Kaiser Souza to me, because you hear about him, but I've never seen him. Who's fucking Soros? Is it that poor guy? You're Kaiser Souza. He's lying to you and threatening to cast you out. But what are you afraid of falling out of? A sinking ship? And so here's the thing about the liar and the lied to. The liar, they're just filling somebody full of shit. It's an empty vessel. It's a fucking sieve. Everything he puts into your head goes right through the bottom the more he puts on top, and it changes from day to day. You really believe? I'm not going to say you believe. I'm going to suggest that you have faith, you have hope, you have all of these things that are based on nothing other than his lies. And his lies compound and show the previous lie. Just follow the thread. It's like Epstein's guilt hanging on a thread. There is the hanged man, and it's you. You're upside down, just accepting your fate based on the mistake of faith that you perpetrated earlier and cannot give up. I, as a receiver of a lie, I would rather keep a little bit of myself. This is the individual mind presenting itself to you. You might enjoy being a liar, but the worst day of being lied to is when you find out that the liar doesn't love you anymore than they like the next poor bastard that he filled full of shit and ruined the life of and won't allow him to fucking accept their conscience whispering in their ear, you know you're fucking this up, don't you?